Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. We have just finished having our supper with the spaghetti and some Fort Hook limas and some spinach and of course some French bread. And I'm going to freeze the rest of it, the leftovers. Now, I made enough for 8 servings, so we'll have 6 servings, so that'll be 3 meals for us at some point later on. Alright, so the spaghetti sauce has somewhat cooled, and I've dumped the pasta in a large Pyrex dish, and I'm just going to chop that pasta up. It just makes it a whole lot easier when you're loading it into the little trays for freezing. Just chopping it up a little bit. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the spaghetti sauce on the pasta. I think I use my spatula for this to get all of that out. Now, to me, spaghetti that's been frozen actually tastes a lot better than when you first make it. I'm not sure why that is, and I know the Italians always mix their pasta in whatever sauce they're going to use. They don't really serve it separate the way we do here in this country. So I'm just mixing it all up. Thoroughly mixed in. Now, when we freeze it like this, and someday when you're too busy to cook, you just take it out of the freezer and just pop it in the microwave, and you've got a really good meal with no trouble at all. So it's just as easy to fix for 6 people or 8 people as it is to fix for 2 people for sure. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on that also. So I'm going to use the rest of the Parmesan cheese that was sort of shredded on the top first. Alright, that's all of that. Then I'm going to sprinkle some of this Parmesan on the top of it. Alright, now I'm going to put this in the freezer for about probably an hour and get it really good and cold. Then once I get it cold, I'll be able to separate it like that really easily. See, it's hard to do when it's still warm, but I'll be able to separate it a lot easier. That way I can just scoop it out with a spatula and either put it in a bag or a little container. Alright, so I'll put this in the freezer first for just a little while, maybe half an hour to an hour. And when it gets good and cold and I'm ready to put it in the containers, we'll be back. Hi, we're back, and I have let the spaghetti, it isn't frozen, but it's really good and cold, so it'll all kind of stick together. So I'm ready to put it in the carton. Sorry about that little jiggle. See if we can get a little closer here. Alright. Now, I've divided the amount in the casserole into 6 somewhat equal servings and just separated them with my spatula like that. And now I'm just going to dip them out. Hopefully they'll somewhat stay together. And that one didn't. Alright, let's try the next one. I'm going to get a bigger spatula. this one will work better. There we go. So there's the next group. See, I'm just dipping it right into my little freezer container. This works really well when you don't want to cook, but you want something good to eat, you know? There we go. And this one's somewhat bigger, so that'll belong to my husband, I'm sure. And this one's somewhat bigger. Alrighty, so now we have got it all dipped out into the different cartons, and I'm going to have 6 meals, and all I have to do is serve them with a salad and some French bread. Make sure the outside edge is cleaned off of these. Alright, we're ready to put the lids on these and put them straight in the big freezer now. Put it in the refrigerator freezer to start with, just to get it good and cold, because I don't want it to heat up anything in my big freezer. And I like these little containers because once they snap, you know that they're sealed. Alright, so now we have got 6 servings of homemade spaghetti, or somewhat homemade. There we go. 6 of them, and I froze my French bread, so each one of them will have French bread to go with it. So when we get ready to have this for a meal, I've already got my bread and I've got my spaghetti. Just go back. There we go. All ready to go in the freezer. All right, we will see you next time.